As we enter into 2023, there is a concern, of course, of COVID-19 outbreak returning. And what's with unfolding in China? Government at the center has given out an advisory as well. It is in alert mode as the coronavirus cases are exploding in China and other East Asian countries. Government has directed airport authorities to first start random COVID testing of 2% of international passengers arriving. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya on Saturday informed that the government is conducting environmental, sewage and human surveillance in view of rising COVID-19 cases globally. Health Minister further informing that work is being done on alert mode to control the spread. Minister has urged people to wear a mask, avoid crowded places, follow COVID-appropriate behavior. Central government meanwhile has asked also the state governments to ensure availability of oxygen, functional life support equipment at hospitals along with holding a mock drill at health facilities in view of global rise in cases as and when required. So remember, of course, there's a concern, but this time that citizens must and already should continue to follow the appropriate behavior. Also, the governments are looking at plan. Many state governments have already started to put a plan and are making decisions, and this ensuring with the central government also starting to look at how international passengers need to be screened. Let's quickly bring in India Today Shreya Chatterjee. Shreya, you had been reporting from the airport because that will be the first step of how the outbreak in other countries can have an impact with the arrivals in India. How are you picking up about what the aviation authority, what the government is up to? And did you see people, passengers, Shreya, following any sort of COVID-appropriate behavior?
Well, you know, Pooja, when we talk about the COVID-appropriate behavior, we do see that the passengers have already let their guard down. We've seen, and we call this COVID fatigue, obviously. We've seen some travelers wearing masks, most of them who are coming out of the international arrivals mainly weren't really seen with a mask. Now, since Saturday 10 a.m. we've seen that there's a random test that started. 2% of all international flights will be randomly tested. Apart from that, now any flyer who's coming from China, Hong Kong, South Korea, he or she will have to submit a mandatory RT-PCR test. So somewhere down the line, the government is also one by one scaling up its guard to ensure that the kind of surge that China is experiencing, if at all India has to experience that, it is well prepared.
Shreya Chatterjee tracking the latest. Remember, for our colleagues on the ground, it's not going to be just a smooth holiday New Year. They'll be tracking the COVID updates as well. Shreya, thank you very much for now.
I don't read the news. I read between the lines to tell you the true version of events. The true story of our times.
To document grief, the toughest assignment for any journalist to be.
From those who matter.
Women politicians going to stick up for each other.
Of those who should matter. I document the truth. I don't distort the truth. I don't glamorize the truth. I don't gloss over the truth.
The ghosts of India's contentious medieval history have come knocking again.
I hustle for the truth. On the ground, in the newsroom, in the studio. I don't try to grab eyeballs.
I inform you to make you see the point.
To the Point with Preeti Chaudhary. At these times, only on India Today.